Canada has released the 60-man provisional roster for the U-20 championships, and they have absolutely nailed this roster, bringing in a very exciting squad with a lot of exciting dual nationals on this side as well. And this is a fun side with a lot of big names and big name players to go along with it. And in this video, I want to talk about some of the key players and must-watch players in this U-20 setup that we can see coming up in the future, because there are some massive boys in this squad. And we're going to kick it off and start with a player who I am extremely excited to see in here, but also very shocked to see in the Portuguese dual national and Canadian dual national in Lucas Diaz. The attacking midfielder from Sporting's U23 side has been absolutely brilliant this year and is a very highly anticipated and highly rated dual national between Canada and Portugal. He is up there now with Daniel Jebbison and Stefan Mitrovic as a guy we need to get cap-tied. Yes, it may be not till next Nations League in March after the World Cup when he does get cap-tied, because he's probably not going to get called up to the senior side for some time, depending on how John Herdman feels about him. But who knows what's going on with Lucas Diaz, as I'm assuming he needs to get some first-time game time. He needs to go out there and get some more consistent playing time. Yes, he's been called up to the senior side to match days, but he hasn't made an appearance. But he's been very good for the U23s for Sporting this year. And Lucas Diaz is a very good player that I'm very excited to see for this U20 side for Canada. Another big name player we have to talk about is Noah Botnick, the fullback, the right back for Lazio, the second division side, their academy team for Lazio, and he is another brilliant player. The other dual national is Noah Botnick and the fullback, and this is a position that Canada looked very poor in recently until lately, when we all of a sudden got Alphonso Davies, Samuel Adekubi at left back, and now we have Alistair Johnson, Richie Larea at right back, and now you have Noah Botnick coming up the ranks as well. This is a very exciting side for Canada, as Noah Botnick is a very good dribbler in the ball and a very good passer, and he has a very exciting future ahead of him, because I do back him a lot, especially coming out from a Lazio academy. Hopefully he does get a loan deal, and it'd be very exciting to see where he goes, because I'd love to see him get some first team football and start playing some consistent game time so we can see what Noah Botnick truly has in him. Of course, we all know about Jahkeele Marshall-Rutty, and yes, he has been called up to the side. I don't want to focus on him as much because we all know what he has, especially with everyone's eyes on TFC. Unfortunately, he has gotten that terrible injury, and hopefully he comes back stronger, he comes back more fit, and even better with some fantastic form, because he is a brilliant right wing back, and he's going to develop into a fantastic European footballer. But he is going to smash with this U20 side as well. But another player I have to talk about, and it is the 16-year-old central midfielder himself, and Jesse Costa, the Wolfsburg man, who is absolutely brilliant for Canada the last month when he was brilliant for those two appearances. And he is only 16. He is one of the youngest players on this roster, and he is absolutely fantastic, because I believe he does need to earn himself a loan move or a transfer to earn himself some first team appearances, because he is absolutely a baller. And he's one of these names who I think we'll be seeing in this national side, the senior side, sooner than later, because he's a brilliant player, as we've seen for the U20s, where he's absolutely controlled game, he's played very well, and I think with his talent, and if he can start getting some consistent game times, even in maybe the Serbian league or the Belgian league, earn himself a loan deal, I think he's going to get some brilliant quality under his legs. We're going to see a true footballer in Jesse Costa. Yes, we already have, but I think we're going to continue to see it with Jesse Costa in future to come. Player who I want to quickly touch on is Thiago Coimbra from Brazil, and playing for Palmeiras, a very good side in Brazil. And I think he has a very good ceiling, and he's going to be a very good player for this U20 side as well, and for Canada in the future. But I don't want to dwell on him too much, as there's some other names I really want to talk about, because we have the likes of Owen Goodman, the dual national goalkeeper. And yes, we know we're in a great position in net with, of course, Milan Boyan at his peak, eventually going to retire soon. We still have Crepeau and Dane Sinclair, who's been absolutely brilliant. But Owen Goodman is a goalkeeper from Crystal Palace's youth academy as a dual national. I think he's got a great ceiling ahead of him as well. Yes, we do have Thomas McGill playing for Brighton Academy, but Owen Goodman looks like he has a great future ahead of him. I think he's going to be a brilliant keeper and hopefully does well for the Canada's U20 side. But he is a player I think you guys should definitely keep your eye on. And one player who I really like is Luca Koleosho. Of course, he is a dual national, and he is playing for Espanyol right now. I did not expect to see him on this roster as well. He's a player who has quite shocked and taken back by once I saw him on this side. I'm very excited to see him here, and I hope he does get the call up to the U-20 side and does make that final cut. I, of course, will be making a video and a reaction to that final side, but that is brilliant to see Koleosho on that roster. But some more names I want to quickly throw out to you guys is Ronan Krat from Ulm in Germany, another player who I'm very excited by. Another couple players is Gabriel Pellegrino from Freiburg in Germany. We also have Federico Rose from Argentina's Vélez Sarsfield. And a couple more players to throw at you guys here is Hugo Tavares and Pacos de Ferreira, a club we all know too well from Stefan Eustachio's days, and Jules Anthony Vissant. Before I wrap it up, there's two or three more players I got to quickly talk about here. And one who I want to start with is the man himself, who just got himself a professional contract with Bristol City, and that's Jamie Knight-Labelle, the center back who I think is going to make a great partnership with Justin Smith at this Canada U-20 side in the championships, because I really highly rate Jamie Knight-Labelle. He's playing very good for Bristol City side for their U-23 team. And after signing just his first professional contract, Jamie Knight-Labelle, I think, has a very good career ahead of him. And it's exciting to see these center backs come up in the ranks for Canada, the likes of Justin Smith, the likes of Jamie Knight-Labelle. It's very exciting to see. And of course, you also have to look at another player who is there as well in Rida Zouhir. Yes, he's also a dual national with Morocco, and there was those weird talks last month about maybe he'll stay with Morocco, but he has come, and he is on this provisional roster with Canada. I'd love to see Rida Zouhir make this final cut, because I really highly rate the man from Montreal, as he's playing with a very good side, one of the best sides in MLS right now. But the player I got to wrap it up with is Justin Smith from OGC Nice, the center back, who I believe is going to make a tremendous partnership with Jamie Knight-Labelle, and a guy who I think is going to make the step up to a senior team sooner rather than later before we know it. I think he could get a call up in September. I really hope he does. It all depends on what he does with OGC Nice coming up in preseason and the coming season if he makes the bench. But Justin Smith has the ceiling ahead of him. He can play defensive midfielder. He can play center back. He's a brilliant player. This is a fantastic Canadian side. Guys, there's so many terrific names on there. I hope you can remember those big names, the likes of Rida Zouhir, Justin Smith, Lucas Diaz. There's so many big names out there. I didn't want to go through all 60 players. I easily could have. You have so many players out there, the likes of Cozy Thompson, even Conrad, even Habibullah, and always Lowell Wright. There's some great players I could have added onto that list. But I had to talk about those key players I want you guys to keep an eye on for this U-20 side. Make sure to keep your eyes on those players. But also, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to drop a comment down there on what you guys think of this Canadian side and those players that I want you guys to keep an eye on. But also, let me know what you guys think of the new branding on the channel, Full Time FC. I'd love to hear what you guys think of the feedback, the new banner, the new logo, and everything involved. Also, I'll leave my bio to my Twitter, so you guys can go hit that up as well, because I've added a Twitter account onto the channel as well. So make sure you guys hit up everything, but also make sure to drop a comment, a like, and hit that sub button as well, guys, because we're getting even closer to 1.5k. Hope you guys enjoyed this Canadian video, and we'll probably have a Dean Henderson video on joining Newcastle very soon, guys. I'll see you guys for the next one. Peace.